So, hello and welcome. Today we have the 10th. So, today is according to the Roman calendar, the day when the Six-Day War ended 49 years ago. And so, on this anniversary of the liberation of Jerusalem, we should take a very close look how this is all connected with the happenings and meetings of today. Today the Bilderberg Conference will take place, and for years and years and years people thought about it's a conspiracy. And there are a lot of YouTube videos out, all kinds. Final warning: Obama and Pope Francis will bring biblical end times. We have millions of people who are interested in this whole idea of that the end of the world comes about, and it comes about over all of us. So the Bilderberg Conference was created in 1954 after the total destruction of the Second World War. And after the Second World War, Germany became a totally desolate country, and in Dresden, Dresden has been the center of the Saxon kings, the Isaac sons, the sons of Saxonia, who were very much involved in the whole idea of a kingdom. I mean, they had very strong kings, everybody was related, everybody was a family, and the family in Saxonia was a very strong family, right? So they, in Dresden, the kings were. In Leipzig, basically the commercial center was placed, and in Chemnitz, the whole industry was there. Now, Chemnitz, for the time of the Soviet Union, the Cold War, it was called Karl-Marx-Stadt, and about 94% of the city center were totally, absolutely, completely leveled. So here's where Karl Marx stands. Now, Karl Marx, of course, it's a quite interesting person, because he's a converted Jew on the one side. He became a Protestant. He's a converted Jew, but he is the whole founder of the idea of central banking, two-class society, socialism. So he brainchilded the absolute uniformation of society. Where everybody is equal, but not equal by his God-given talents, but equal by the ideology of the state. So now, on 3rd October 98, this ended. I was put there actually on that evening when Germany became unified. I placed a candle on that monument, and really said, okay, Marx, you're really dead. I mean, any idea of socialism totally, absolutely, devastatingly failed. Any form of socialist government failed. It doesn't matter if it's national socialism, if it's communism, if it's Bolshevism, is it any form of equally made people? It's totally impossible. I mean, so now that started not so long ago, okay, and the results of the various ideas about kingdoms and money and everything. I mean, this brought this total continent to its knees, Okay, and today, when the Bilderbergers are meeting in Dresden, which was also leveled, they have beautiful places there. This is, and this connection, you see, I mean, this connection is really, it's Roman. It's absolutely totally Roman, you know, with Greek thought. Now, for a long time, all these things, this information, was absolutely hidden from the normal people. Why? Because these, what can I say, these types of communication tools were just not possible. It was not possible for people, you know, when to show a map and to explain about, you know, various ideas and persons who changed the course of history on one day. Now, so while we have the Bilderberg Conference, okay, we have to understand that at the same time there are various issues going on in Jerusalem. Okay, the center of the world, the center of the world. So now a lot of people, they connect the Bilderberger with the with Zion, with Zionists, you know, with conspiracy. Okay, why? Because you know, the Bilderberger are very much involved here in New York City, where they have one of the Grand Central Lodges, but they are also completely built Washington D.C. Washington D.C. by its floor plan. I mean, how the stuff was built is an absolutely, totally illuminated city. I mean, you see this in the square here. This is Mary's Land, District of Columbia, Mary's Land, Maryland. Okay, so this used to be the land of Queen Mary, and then it was taken over. And here's a square which has special privileges. Okay, and when we take a look at the buildings, they all speak one clear language. No, it's not a conspiracy. They do this openly. It's not a conspiracy. Yeah. It is how they understood how governments should function. Okay, how governments should function. It's not a conspiracy. Now, because the government functions, the laws of kings and the laws of democracy and the laws of governance and the law between people became very sophisticated. Not everybody knows how this actually works. You need to be really initiated in order to work in the structure. You know, you need to be initiated to become a president. I mean, you know, you need to be initiated when you want to become a Speaker of the House. There are rules and regulations. So when you represent a people, you need government structure, of course. So now that we see that, and what can I say? This government structure in its thought, is built after the rules and regulations of the Temple of Solomon. Why? Because the people who came out of this city, the people of God, okay, they know how this works because they have this divine instruction book. Everybody has basically at his house. Okay, they have this divine instruction book called Bible. And but while anybody is reading about this, they don't have a real connection there. Okay, that means if you if you haven't been born into a certain family, well, you got a bit lost. You get a bit lost. Now the Zionists, the Jewish people, they never been lost. They knew one day they will come back to Jerusalem. And then a timetable will start, which is divinely made, because it's written in the prophets. Now, concerning conspiracy, let's go to an English Bible here, New International. Here. So we see in Isaiah, do not call conspiracy everything this people calls a conspiracy. Do not fear what they fear and do not dread it. Okay? Now, while they did not really understand what they were doing, their intention is indeed to build Zion, Now, on this day, today, okay, we have Shavuot, and Shavuot is the festival of the first fruits coming together, and these first fruits are, what can I say, they are from the last corners of the world. Why? Because 1967, 49 years ago, when Jerusalem became a free city and the Jews took hold of that property as proclaimed in the prophets, okay, for millions of people it became suddenly irrelevant, because while they were not Jewish, while they were not connected to their story, but while they were not able to see into the geopolitical ramifications of this, while they did not know that, because it was never of interest, suddenly they looked into the Bible and said, hey, wait a second, Jerusalem in my Bible is 767 times. And while I'm not Jewish, there are like very, very clear instructions on there what to do. Okay? Now, Zion, for example, appears 165 times. And there's suddenly, out of the blue, people who claim they are Zionists. All right? Now, for a lot of people who have no interest in this, for a lot of people who come from a different religious background or something like this, it has no meaning. Now, because it has no meaning, because there is no connection to this, to the words of the prophets here, okay, this is why there is everywhere is war concerning the question of Jerusalem, because it goes for quite some time. And the nations are pressing people out who suddenly realized, wait a second, Jerusalem was built up as a praise unto the nations, and suddenly Jerusalem, after 1897 years, becomes a free city again. I become interested, though I'm not Jewish, though I have no, but there is this inner drive, the inner drive in the spirit, something in the person who says, okay, I will take care and find out the secrets and the mysteries and the truth and the connections about Jerusalem. Now, these people are practically not Jewish. They are not Jewish. But they are not Christian. They are not Christian either. Why? Because they do not fit anymore into some of the biggest leaders of our time. So now, let's go quickly to the Pope. Pope Francis was on the Temple Mount. All right, now let's take a look at some pictures here. All right, now we see here very clearly, all right, and I mean, this is now this is here a picture from 2009. So this happened twice, in 2000